Well, let me start off by welcoming you all here today. Many of you are from Oglesby, so welcome to all of you out to your solar project. My name is Kevin Gaden. I'm the president and CEO of the Illinois Municipal Electric Agency in Springfield. And just wanted to thank you for all of your support as we move forward with this dedication. I want to recognize a few people here today. A number of them are going to speak. Recognize Altorfer's Cats Vice President Jim Ellis is going to speak as well. Recognize Senator Sue Rezin here from the area, as well as Amy Murray Briel, who's also from the area as well. And also want to recognize Mayor Jason Curran here from the city of Oglesby. I would also be remiss if I didn't also recognize a number of other folks that have been integral in this project, and frankly a number of our other projects that we're very thankful for. I don't see Rich here today. Rich is the electric commissioner here. Rich Baldrich is the electric commissioner. He also serves on our board of directors. So I want to thank Rich for all his support. We've been working on this project here for 3 mayors in Oglesby. Don Finley was the mayor when we first started on this. Dom Rivera is here today. Recognize Dom Rivera for all of his efforts in bringing this to fruition, as well as Jason Curran is the current mayor. This all would not be done as well if not for Mark Marincic and his team for all the work that they've done and helped integrate that together with our technicians, Mike and Rob here, that have been helpful in putting that together. Also want to recognize Tom Schmidt. Tom Schmidt from Altorfer has been involved with our projects for a long time. He's now into data centers and all the really cool things. This used to be cool. Now the data centers are even cooler. So we appreciate all the things that Tom has done in the past. Also want to recognize Lyle Wachtel from ITG Construction Services that's been the primary contractor for us in this and other projects as well. So what we're here today to dedicate is a 500 kilowatt solar project. So it's one of 9 of the solar projects that we now have in the field from IMEA. This will produce a little less than 700 megawatt hours of power on an annualized basis. So about 70 customers on a regular basis. All this power that's generated here at this site will actually stay inside of the city of Oglesby system. So the power that's generated for the customers of Oglesby is cleaner than it is on all the surrounding areas here, partially because of this solar project. This is something we've been working on for a very long time. The first one we did was in 2016. Tom was there, Rantoul. We've done 2 projects over in Rantoul at the old Cheney Air Force Base. So energy is what the IMEA does every day. IMEA is about 32 cities that have bound together 41 years ago for long-term power supply resource planning and operations. Today, those 32 cities serve almost 1,000 megawatts of load. We do about $320 million a year of business, and we have about $1.2 billion of assets that in the next 10 years we're about to pay off all of the debt that we have in our assets, so our communities will be living rent-free, mortgage-free in the power supply resources that we use to serve our cities. That's going to be dropping our power supply rates north of 20% lower than they are today, and the IMEA has the lowest power supply cost in the state of Illinois and projected to be even lower in the future. So that's something we're very, very proud of. So this power, even though this power will stay here in Oglesby, as I said, we've got 9 of these on board already. We have another one that's a 25. This is a half a megawatt one. We have another contract for another power production facility in southern Illinois that's 25 megawatts that's coming on in 2 weeks, the 1st of June. And then we've recently contracted for another project of 150 megawatts. Half a megawatt here, 150 megawatts down with National Grid Renewables down just south of Mascoutah, very near the Prairie State Generating Complex that we're partners in as well. So this not only benefits Oglesby, but it benefits all the communities in our service territory, and we're very proud to be able to do that. When we get all of these resources online, we'll have about 200 megawatts of our 1,000 megawatts will be coming from solar. We've got about 120 megawatts of our production that comes from wind energy. That's just west of here at Lee DeKalb, and our Green River project that's halfway between Princeton and Rock Falls. So, in addition to these projects, our board has been working through a long-term sustainability plan. In late 2023, we put together a long-term plan to go to net zero by 2050 in that sustainability plan. We continue to make progress on those things with regard to renewable energy, expanding our energy efficiency programs, expanding our electric vehicle promotion programs, etc. That sustainability plan and this project were voted unanimously by the IMEA board to move forward. As I mentioned before, all those various power production facilities will be about 200 megawatts. By the time we put those on within the next year and a half, IMEA will have about 20% of its electricity will be produced by renewable electricity. That is the largest amount of renewable energy on a percentage basis in this state, contrary to popular opinion. So that's something that we continue to be proud of. So we just want to say, number one, we want to say thank you to the city of Oglesby for all your efforts to bring this to its fruition. We want to say thank you to our partners at Altorfer and ITG. We also want to say thank you to the rest of our board that's not able to be here today. We continue to go around the state and dedicate these projects. We have two more that were coming online that have now come online, one in Princeton, one in Marshall, that we're going to be having those dedications coming up very soon. So with that, really appreciate all of your attendance today. Look forward to a more sustainable future in our energy production facilities. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jim Ellis, Vice President of Altorfer, whose company is who we contracted with to move forward on this project. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Kevin. Yep. So I won't pretend to be able to recite all of the names of all the dignitaries and thank them for being here today. So I'll just reiterate what Kevin said in his introduction with that regard. My name's Jim Ellis. I'm the Vice President of the Power Systems Division at Altorfer. We're the Caterpillar dealer that serves this region. And we're very privileged to be a part of this project and continue our relationship with IMEA and all the member utilities. We've got a long-standing relationship of over 30 years working with IMEA. Kevin's doing a great job leading that organization, and it's obvious that he's very visionary and forward-thinking about the makeup of the utilities that need to fill their portfolio to provide for their member utilities and all the services to the customers. And as you know, that's a challenge these days. We got lots of demands for our power, and there's lots of need to be able to bring on that power in the right fashion to fit the changes throughout the day and through the seasons of the year. And certainly solar or renewable energy is a big part of that portfolio, and he's doing a good job of making sure that he's got that right mix in his portfolio at IMEA. So again, we're very thankful for being a part of this project and the other projects we work on with IMEA. Thankful for the IMEA team for all their support. As you know, with any project, there's ups and downs and challenges to get these things done and brought online. I think Kevin alluded to some of that, and we've always been able to work well together. Also want to thank Lyle and ITG for all of their part in helping us get this online. He's a big part of that, and certainly we will continue to depend on his resource. And again, I don't have a lot of words, but I just want to say thank you for the town, the mayor, and certainly the citizens of Oglesby that will get the value of this, all the electrons coming out of this solar installation. So thank you for choosing Altorfer, and we look forward to doing more projects in the future. Next up, I'll introduce Senator Sue Rezin.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Well, good morning. What a pleasure to be here this morning. I actually just came from the other side of my district where we had a breakfast for the county chamber, and 200, the most ever, 220 people show up, and the entire conversation was about energy. everywhere. That's all that we're talking about in the state of Illinois and in the country. First of all, I'd like to do a few thank yous. Thank you, Mayor, for having us. Thank you, former Mayor from Dom as well. And to the city of Oglesby, we appreciate all of the hard work that you put together to make this project happen. IMEA, thank you so much for really taking seriously the need to reduce our carbon footprint for power and do what we need to protect our ratepayers, and also Representative Brio as well for being here. Wouldn't happen without a team effort. 2 years or several years ago, we passed an energy bill called CEJA. In that package, the goals were 4 things: to create an energy portfolio that's reliable, that's resilient, that's clean, and cost effective, affordable, right, to that ratepayer, as we all know, is incredibly important. So IMEA took the goals of the bill that was passed seriously and put together a plan that you're seeing behind me here today to help reduce our carbon footprint, right? But yet to make sure that we have reliable, resilient power and make sure that it's at a cost that our ratepayers can pay. So they have 1 of 9 projects going on as we speak throughout their entire region. Thank you for that. Something, Kevin, that you said that I did not realize, but this is key. They have in their energy portfolio within IMEA, 20% of the power they produce is renewable. Now at the state level, if you put everything together, that percentage is only at 13%. So you've far exceeded the state, and you really take what the goals of CEJA and you're implementing them. We're seeing them back here. One last thing, right now, especially with the hot summers that are upon us, right? And our air conditioners are going on and all of that. We are always concerned about the cost of power. Power from IMEA is not going up. That's important. And the fact that Kevin said in 10 years they'll have their bonds paid off so they'll be able to reduce power is huge. So we commend them for that, for putting this plan together, and your entire team's here today. We commend you for putting this together. It's exciting for me to stand. I look around here, I think I'm the only person that gets excited when I see transformer and power lines everywhere, right? But that's our district, right? And it's incredibly important when you're talking about what is people looking to come into this district as we speak. And I work regionally, but wherever there's a power line, there, as you know, there's people working, massive companies looking to tie in to our grid system right here in LaSalle County, right here in Bureau, Putnam, Grundy counties, because of what we have. It's exciting for me, and these are really big companies that see the potential, and it's with good planning such as IMEA for everyone that we will be able to make sure that the power is available, and we also understand power in this area, so it's tremendously valuable. Thank you for what you do, and thanks for having us today. And next, I would like to introduce, I'm not sure who's the next speaker. Representative Brio, there you go, to speak.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Senator Sue Rezin. She has been a huge advocate for power as we work together to make clean energy come to fruition a few years ago with lifting the moratorium on nuclear energy. For the past few years, I've been working with the IMEA, and I would love to say thank you. You are the shining example of what can happen when we are not controlled by massive RTOs. I love what you do. I love that the energy will stay here. Your portfolio makes everyone who has a municipal energy project in this state more secure, and it makes our energy much more sustainable. And to me, that is one of the best things that I can possibly imagine for this area. As the senator said, growth is an incredible opportunity, but we can't do that unless we have substations that we're able to tie energy into, unless we have lines that can transport that energy where it needs to go. And energy is complex. We purchase it in these big batches. It's a combination of various sources. And I'd like to compliment Oglesby. I know it was a struggle. I remember Mayor Dom, Mayor Curran, I remember. And I'd like to say you did an amazing job. This is phenomenal, and what's better than to see a big truck come right by. So thank you for having me, and I'm really excited for you. You guys are amazing.
Okay. With that, I think we're gonna go right inside here and take a picture with the ribbon and do a cutting officially. No,
Mayor Curran, did you want to say?
oh, I'm sorry, I left you off there. I got so excited.
Well, I won't take long because I
Well,
want to echo.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. I want to echo a little bit what Kevin said. I want to thank some people, but first a little bit about how we kind of got here. I know there's a huge push for renewables and stuff like that, and I know wind and solar with our current technology that we have, it's not going to be the answer to the end all be all of everything. However, it's part of the solution, right? It's the path of how we're going to get there to whether that's 10, 20, 30, 50, or 100 years. Maybe it's beyond our lifetimes that we're going to see 100% renewables come in. But I'm so proud of the IMEA because right now they're far exceeding all the standards that were put before them as far as using renewable power, and I'm excited that Oglesby is now part of that. So the people I wanted to thank not only the electric department, Commissioner Baldridge, the IMEA, BHMG, our engineers, and our news partners, Altifer. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate that. Appreciate all the legislators that help. But the big thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is just how long it's taking for infrastructure to get in place. At the time, I was just a member of the audience even 8 years ago. Commissioner Rivara at the time, I think it was the first time I heard even a talk about the project. And then a year after that, it was Commissioner Augubright, actually, I think that actually put the first application package in. So, and that was 7 years ago. So, and here we are today. So it takes an incredible amount of time to get all these things moving and all these moving parts. So I appreciate all the work everybody's really done. I appreciate that so much. Don, did you want to say anything at all?
You know he's going to say something.
Yeah. Gotta give him an opportunity.
I don't walk as fast as I used to. That's one thing. But really, we need to thank the mayor, the city council, and the electric department for putting all the work in, the IMEA, to make this possible. It just didn't happen. There's been a tremendous amount of work, and I do thank everybody here today for getting across the finish line. Thank you.